This is Todd, and this is one of the cool figures that Kel got me. He actually paid for this figure for me. So hopefully Kel will join us. We'll see. Let me go ahead and log into YouTube so I can look at your guys' comments. And let's see, your channel, and there it is. Deception. All right, I got this upside down. Upside down, Freddie Brown. Okay, sounds good. All right, did my sound check, and we are off. All right, let's see who's on it. Hey, Kel, thanks for joining us. Hopefully you've seen the video on this one here. It was a pretty fun video we did. I didn't see you there live, but hopefully you came back and watched it. So thanks again for the figures. Very cool. Very, very cool. And let's jump into this. All right, so this is King Keldor. King Keldor. And here is the back of the package. And they, of course, show the palace. Now, the palace here looks different than, of course, the one I designed from Filmation. Of course, this is only a half-painted version. But I almost wonder if I should have gone with something more like this. I kind of like the one they use in the cartoon, but we'll see. And it tells me it's on the bottom here that Randor's half-brother from the Isle of Amwat-Gar, Keldor returns to Eternos to assume the throne. And it shows you can get Battle Armor He-Man, Mechanic, Triclops, and King Keldor. Now, if you have not watched the cartoon, or you don't know who King Keldor is, I have to warn you now, there's going to be spoilers from the cartoon being talked about in this episode. So, if you'd rather wait till you watch the cartoon on Netflix and watch this video later, now is your warning to wait till later to watch this video. Otherwise, we're going to talk spoilers, and you're going to find out some stuff that you may not want to know. Let's see, Jason says I was wrong. I think it was weird having Kirk and Luke Skywalker both play the voices of Skeletor. Yes! I am a huge William Shatner fan. For me, William Shatner was like the first male role model hero of my life, and so he means a lot to me, and so for him to play the voice was just so cool. And who else could do a voice that sounds like, you know, well, the Joker or something, whatever he was doing for Skeletor's voice. So I think it's funny that it was both the guys from Star Trek and Star Wars doing the voices. It's hilarious that they're the same guy now. And it kind of almost makes you feel like, how different was Star Wars and Star Trek? Anyway, so here is the figure. He almost looks like a genie in this one, the way his arms are crossed. It's the great genie of the lamp. Woo! You know, I will grant you 3 wishes. First, you cannot wish for more wishes. Anyway, so there we go. Let's go and open this great genie of the lamp. I happen to have my scissors here available. Wonder if all Gars get accused of being the genie of the lamp. It's their stereotypical trope. I'm not a genie just because I'm blue. Smurf? I'm not a Smurf either. So how'd you guys handle Smurfette? I mean, Let's go and look at the extras first. It's always fun to check out. Well, there's not a lot of extras in there. Looks, I only got one little baggie that popped out. One little baggie. Let's see what's in it. It looks like extra hands. Oh, open hands. You always need open hands. I mean, how good is fist hands? I mean, they're pretty good for fighting, but if you want to hold swords or goblets or anything else, you need to have the open hands with the opposable thumbs. All right, let's go ahead and put out King Keldor. Now, personally, I probably would not have ever bought this figure on my own. As you guys know, my Keldor preferences are different than most people's. So, you know, I should have brought my Keldors out. You know what? Maybe I will. I still have time. Eric says, hey, Todd, how was your day today? My day was great. It's kind of funny. I actually was kind of feeling sick today, so I actually ended up leaving church early. But since we actually recorded, I actually listened to it in the car, so that worked out really good. Yeah, it's weird. I felt sick most of the day today, but I'm feeling better now that it's almost bedtime again. Tape. Tape. Mattel, stop with the tape. Stop with the tape. It's just going to ruin these figures in the future. Anybody who's a mint box collector, I would suggest you carefully open your figures, remove this tape, and then reseal the box. I know people are going to freak out when they hear that. What? You opened the package? But it's going to make your figures worth more in the future, not having that tape residue on the capes. Let's see if you ever put it in the notes and maybe take a video of yourself doing it. I only opened it to remove the, that's so weird. Look how loose this thing sits on that. It can't be right, can it? I guess it does hang down that low. Okay. How low can it go? All right. So there he is. And I am going to get out the other Keldors of the universe. Of the universe. Now, I've made a lot of Keldors customs to match the 1980s version. I don't have any left, though. I think I sold them all. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. But I do have some Keldors that are custom that I made for classics using the same stylist idea. So let me go ahead. Where is my Skeletor box? Oh. Okay, this is not it. Not it. Okay, you guys can stare at him while I dig under my desk for my Skeletor box. There it is. There it is. It's only one box deep. Oh, I guess my Monsters of the Universe is in the way. I'm going to move that box first. Monsters of the Universe. Boom, boom, boom. All right, and now I got my main box of my A-listers. Oh. Not good. All right, there's the Skeletor box. We are almost there. I just got to move these cords because I'm crushing them. There we go. Oh. Oh. Whew. Okay. Time to open the Skeletor box. I know you guys can't see anything. It's under the desk, but trust me, it is a massive, awesome box. If you have not seen my For the Love of Skeletor video, make sure you check that video out. And okay, so here is the Keldor we got in Classics. Oh, and of course he's blue because he's Gar. But I believe if they would have made Keldor in the 80s, he would have been the same color as King Randor for skin tone. So this is my Keldor custom that I used to reproduce all the time. And there he is. And you notice that he is Caucasian, not blue, not Gar. It's like his sword got a little bent in the box. And so that's why I had no interest of getting this Keldor, because I don't like the blue version. Of course, he's purplish. Let's go ahead and take a look at Skeletor from Masterverse. Really? I do not have an open Skeletor. All I have is this one. Of course, this is not from the cartoon, so hold on. I have to go to the other room really quick. You guys can stare at the cool Keldors. I'll be right back. All right. Burp. So here is potentially the Skeletor that is the same as this one. And you can see it's kind of hard to tell, but the coloring is not quite the same. He's more of a darker purple. He's more of a lighter blue, purplish. So you can kind of see the coloring's not identical. Wow, that's some tight joints. Those are going to snap. Whew, I got to definitely soak those in hot water to get that to twist. Anyway, so my concept of Skeletor is, first of all, we have the old comic. And in the old comic, ooh, that's tight too. In the old comic, Skeletor came from a different dimension of a whole bunch of Skeletor type creatures. And then the second one, we had Search for Keldor. And in that one, we see that they're trying to find Keldor. And we figured out that Keldor is actually Skeletor. And of course, he's King Randor's brother. So we know they didn't do a lot of half things with different wives and everything else back then in the comics and the toys. So he probably would have been King Randor's full brother, not his half brother. And where was I going as? Oh, and so him being Caucasian color, how does he get from that to blue? Well, the blue is actually dead skin. If you find someone that has no oxygen left in their skin, it turns kind of a blue color. And being that Skeletor is kind of very zombie-ish, his face being burned off, I think he also may have turned blue from magic over the years. So that is why Skeletor is blue, in my opinion, not because he was a blue race to begin with. It just happened because of magic fusion and dead flesh hanging off. And you can see that in this head right here, especially. Look at the green of the dead flesh around his head, of his skull. They did a really good job showing off that dead flesh transforming into blue. And so that makes the most sense to me. But, you know, what do I know, right? I'm not one of the writers. But if that's the way I always think of it, is that he turned blue from magical forces and dead flesh. Anyway, I'll take his mini comic origin. Yes, the mini comic origin is pretty cool. It's kind of weird that his whole goal was to free his brothers from the far dimension. All right, let's go ahead and talk about articulation, and I'll throw them in the hot water and we'll get the parts moving that aren't moving. Obviously I have to get this cape off so I don't ruin it in the hot water. So let's take this off first. There we go. It just has rubber bands holding it around his shoulders. Easy peasy. Now he does have a dress skirt type thing, which is not easily removable. So we got ankle articulation. We have his boot cut. We got a double jointed knee that's kind of hidden. Then we have his waist turns, his upper torso turns, which is fun. They do this because you can take and turn this all the way around, and then turn his waist back, and it looks just so weird when you do stuff like that. It gives kind of another Anyway, I'll put it back to normal. And then we have elbow movement, not elbow, shoulder movement. The elbow's frozen. I'll have to fix that first. And it's supposed to twist too, it looks like. And then wrist joints. And let me see. Oh, they could have made this wrist go up and down so they can hold the sword aloft, but oh well. And then we have other side, same thing. And then here's his head moves. Let's go ahead and dunk him in the hot water. Dunkin' hot water time. Let me get out one of my trays so I do not damage my stuff here. Move those lights. Gnomsky says he ate the Wonka blueberry pie gum and turned him blue. I love that. Yes. I think it was the TV dinner gum as she was eating it. She could taste all the different dinners, and then at the end was the blueberry pie or whatever it was. Turned into Madame Blueberry. All right. There we go. I got my hot water ready. 212 degrees. Into the pot. I guess it's this elbow here is frozen, so we'll start with this one. Ah! I wish I could find classic Keldor at a good price. Yes, classics Keldor is kind of cool. I always like to do other versions, so I have like a battle armor version. Battle armor Keldor. Da, 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 da. And I actually used Faker for the body here to make it. So you can see it's all Faker's boots, his whole entire body. And so I actually have another head, so I can put Faker on here instead to make him battle armor Faker. So you can go either way, either Keldor or Faker. Let's see what else I got. Do any other? No, that's not Keldor. Well, I guess I didn't make a lot of custom Keldors. I only made 2. The battle armor and the Caucasian one. Huh, huh, huh. Now this head is from Demos from the 80s, and I actually converted it so it could be used by taking the head and sanding it out. And then after I sanded it out, I added a bunch of O-rings. So I get those O-rings out of there. Oh, come on. Don't break on me. Don't break. Okay, let's see if I can get the head off and leave the O-rings attached. There we go. Open your chin. There we go. There we go. So I just stack a bunch of O-rings up. And this works really good for using other figures' heads. And then I use some heat shrink tubing on it. And so this head is basically hollowed out and sanded around because it's like an 80s version, so you used to have a neck attached to it. And then I made it so the O-rings are tall enough that it touches the top of his head on the inside. Whoop. And there we go. There is his head. And that's a really cool way to do it without damaging. Well, of course, the head's damaged because I can't put it back on an 80s figure, but it's minimal damage. So I didn't glue anything inside the head or anything crazy like that. No craziness. It's funny, I have this friend, every time she says crazy, she always puts her hand up like this and kind of goes crazy. And so now my wife and I do that all the time. We go crazy, and you put your hand up by your ear. Almost like when we put our ear and kind of circle around our ear to say crazy. In their country, that's how they say crazy, is they just circle around. Wow, that worked really good. Ho, 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 ho. Now I can do karate. Woohoo. Okay. And this one here, this works, but this does not. So we got to heat it up to get the swirling part. Hey, thanks, Mike. Kale Ness, thank you so much. You receive any art submitted at my email bugged? I did. I got some artwork from you. It's really cool. I do plan on still making the video. There was one artist that sent me some stuff, and I did a little interview with him. It's kind of cool. And I'll be showcasing his art separately. That'll be kind of fun. But Kel, I did get some of your artwork too. It's really cool. I haven't had a chance to put it all together. I've just been putting it in folders, so I have everyone's artwork separated by who made it. So when I make the videos, I'll be able to say who's who in the zoo. So that'll be cool, so we can say whose artwork it is. All right. I think I got... it's still... I don't want it to twist off. One time I was doing that, I was moving a joint like this, and I thought it was moving, and it wasn't. Instead, it was just getting thin, and then pretty soon, whoop, it twisted right off, and then I had an arm in there. It seems weird that he has no wrist cuff on this side, just a sculpt, and on this side he has the standard He-Man wrist cuff. That does come off. Is it the same color? Oh, nope, different color. Ugh, bummer. But it is 6, which you guys know I like the ones with 6 dots instead of the stinky 4 dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, it's 4 dots. See, it's supposed to have 6 dots, just like here, 6 dots. 6, oops, 6 dots. They did it right. And for those who have not submitted art yet, I have not got a lot of submissions yet. So if you happen to want to submit your art, again, the email address is he-bro@he-bro.com. So I'm still accepting art from people if they want to do that. Let's switch out his hands. I don't want these hands. I want open hands. And we got to change his head out too and see how his crown fits. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. If they didn't make the crown out of lead, it wouldn't be quite so heavy. Oh, just lost my battery power. Time to swap out my battery. See, there's my battery pack for my lights. We'll just swap that right out. Whew, these little things are hot. Let's turn it on and turn on the extra lights. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. There we go. All right. So there he is. Where's his cape? Capes, we don't need no stinking capes. Now see, look at this. This cape is really cool in that it hooks on by using these loops around the shoulders. I don't know why they couldn't give that to the New Adventure Skeletor too, instead of giving him a choker. That just drives me crazy. They gave him some little neck choker thing. Much better design, except for it hanging down so low. Does your cape hang low? It doesn't wobble to the floor. All right, there we go. Oh, I see. You roll it around. Roll it around town. Oh, yeah. That looks way better now. Let me check the box art to see how it looks, but I'm guessing that is how it's supposed to go. Oh yeah, you can see in the box art, it's supposed to go around his shoulders and down. Okay, cool. Well, now I'm cooler with that. He's got his fur coat on now. All right, let's check out your guys' comments. Hey Jeff, thanks for joining us. Kelly, give us Hordak. Nice is not proper. Nice is not proper He-Man. It's inspired. He reminds me of Blue Sean Connery. Let's see. Jason says him being Gar is very much like Thor and Loki. It is a lot like that. You think about it. And of course, they were half brothers as well. So it's kind of funny. I wonder how much is thought because of that. You can just adjust the fur by pulling towards around the arm joint. Thank you, Kel. I should have read that earlier. That's funny. Very meta. Yes. All right. Go Knight says, can you put the crown on either head? The crown, I don't believe, is removable. Oh, it is removable. Psh! What the heck? That is funny. I thought it was molded. Way to go, Mattel. Well, heck. Let's put the crown on somebody else. All right. Oh, Skeletor's in the box. We'll try the Skeletor. We'll see if his head is too big. Dun dun dun. You know, you could use that Skeletor head on a different figure and put the hood on over it. Oh yeah, that is crazy at the helmet or the thing. I mean, look, it fits right into his eyebrows too. It's almost like it was made for him. I was made to be king. Randor. Oop, oop, oop. I cannot believe the crown comes off. I will rule you all. That is hilarious. Well, if that fits him, no, his hair's too high. It's not going to fit him at all. His ears are too pointed too. What's with the pointed ears too? What the heck? I'm a gelfling. Well, that is pretty cool. It'd be nice if they would just stick with a skin color for Skeletor. Yes, we had the problem even way back in classics and in the 80s too with some stuff. But when you take a look at all the different Skeletors we got, I actually had to change him out because his color was so dark. In fact, let me see if I can find the unaltered halter top version of him. There he is. And you could see the color they gave him was just weird. It's like suntan Skeletor. Suntan Skeletor. That's why he has the halter top on. He's been out in the sun. And so I actually took a body from the 2-pack with Molar, I believe, and used a Molar body. And then I still use the same head, so it's blue. And I use the same boots, so I swapped the boots out too. But this is actually a Molar body. Oh, not Molar, but the Skeletor came with Molar. And then I know we had another weird Skeletor color too. Is it this one here? Or is it like super bright blue? Oh yeah, look at the bright blueness comparative. And this, of course, is my 2000X custom. So, and he's got the glowing eyes. Ooh, basically the same thing they did with the Elephant Man. I did the same thing years ago to give him the glowing eyes. Oh. Anyway, that was a fun custom to make. I am planning on swapping it out there with a new body. I got a new body the other day. That's the Filmation version that Mattel made, which works a whole lot better with these boots. They don't keep popping off, and the hands are better too. So I'll be swapping all the parts off of this and onto the other one. And I got the one without the hole in the middle, which is only sold with the Battle Ram. So anyway, enough chit chat. Let's check out your guys' comments. Get back to the King Keldor. So what did you guys think of King Keldor in the cartoon? I mean, I heard somebody say it's funny they used William Shatner's voice. What are some of your other thoughts about King Keldor in the cartoon? Let's take a look at your guys' comments. League of Skeletors, assemble! Gnomsky hasn't watched it? No way. Unicron, you haven't watched it either? Oh, just sit down and watch it in one sitting. It's like 2.5 hours total. It's only 5 episodes, I think. Each one's like half an hour. So it goes pretty quick. It's like watching one long movie. Just binge watch the thing, get it done. It's better than the first one. I'll give you that. There's some really interesting twists in it. One of them, of course, is King Keldor coming in and with his William Shatner voice just tricking everybody about he's so cool and he's so suave and he is such a good guy. And you find out it's Rudy Skeletor. Sorry for the spoiler. But those of us probably already know that Keldor Skeletor, already mentioned it earlier. But man, it's cool. Old school MOTU. Yeah, even if you're old school, it's still fun to watch. I mean, I actually did enjoy it a lot better than the first one. So even the She-Ra that they put out on Netflix, I actually enjoyed. I watched a lot of my granddaughter, and the first time she transformed was just so cool. Now, yes, there's some things in it I'm not a fan of, but, you know, that's beside the point. He's still wearing the crown. Take off the crown there, Skeletor. Let's see if it fits on this Keldor's head. Oh, it does. Look at that. I can make my own Classics King Keldor. Ho! Ho, ho, ho! Whoever said the crown's removable, thank you. That's so cool. That's so cool. That's so cool. So, I guess I could rip off his cape and stick it on the battle armor version of Keldor there. Give him more of a kingly look to him. It's stuck. There we go. I have this friend, he's a really good friend of mine, and he has been fixing action figures from the 80s, and the dude's doing an amazing job. He actually welds the plastic, and it is intense. And he was sending me some pictures showing me how cool they were, and he actually pulls apart the torsos of the old 80s figures and then welds the shoulder joint that was broken and back in place, and it's pretty impressive. Okay. Let's go ahead and stick on the cape. Then I'll put the crown on. Yeah, at least it's not a crown of thorns, right? That would be really stinky. All right. Kale's like, he's already thieving parts. Yes, I am. I am already thieving parts. Oh. Oh, so you can see. It's robot Keldor. It's not the real one. Okay. There we go. Got it in the shoulder joint. On to the next one. So you can see I use a balloon down here in order to make the lower half black. For those that haven't seen my videos on how I do the balloon things. Okay. Into the shoulder joint. Now to put the armor back on. Oh, that's fun. If you leave it empty, you can see his, that's funny. Okay. Armor on, Keldor. I'll just stretch this around. Stretch it around town. There we go. Get back in the shoulder, you. It is just not wanting to cooperate with that battle armor on there. It's going into the bicep cut instead of the shoulder. Get on in there. You can do it. You can do it. Just ask Tony Little. Oh, now his armor popped off again. No. No. I think that's the problem, is the armor's in the way. So we'll slide this forward first, and then we'll close the armor. Of course, his hair has to go under it too. There we go. Bump, bump, bump. Bump, bump, bump. Bump, bump, bump. There we go. Ho! Don't mess with King Keldor from Classics. Oh, yeah. That's kind of fun. Pimp Keldor. Yes. Let's see, Mike says, I like him somewhat figure-wise, just not the character. It was soft, and he had plenty of chances to kill bad guys, but never did. Did you see my last two comments? Let's see what Eric wrote. Did you see my last two comments? Let's see. Did you see my last two comments? I did see you asked me about church. Oh, tonight I did a mix up with my vintage Snake Mountain and my Snake Mountain Origins parts. Excellent. That's always fun to do that. To mix up your stuff. That's the only comment I saw. You had one that was retracted, Eric. So you paint one gold tooth in his mouth. Oh. Yeah, it'd be funny too, because you'd use the Skeletor. It's missing his tooth. Let's see if I got one in this case here. Oh, I fixed all the teeth that were that way. Oh, here's one that's different too. Look at this Skeletor. It's from the 2-pack with Lex Luthor. The Lex Luthor 2-pack Skeletor. Check out this crazy Skeletor I made one time. I was just messing around, having a good time. He does look pretty cool. Bump. He was supposed to be some kind of horde guy. I was just having fun. Yeah, he does look pretty scary. I did do a Horde Apprentice too. Oh, here's my Horde Apprentice Skeletor. Very similar in build, but blue instead of black and red. Ooh, Alright, I will put them back because we're not here to talk about Skeletor. We're here to talk about Keldor. That stinks. I don't have my other 80s version I made. He was pretty cool looking. Like I said, I ended up selling all of them. I don't have a toothless Skeletor sitting around somewhere. I got these mini ones though. Have you guys ever seen that Filmation cartoon about he lost the crown already? You lost the crown, man? Where'd you lose it to? There it is. It's under his boot. It was something like Skeletors here, there, everywhere, or something like that. They had all these mini Skeletors running around. So I went and bought a bunch of those 2-packs. Gave out the He-Man figures for gifts to people. And then kept all the little mini Skeletors so I could recreate that Filmation cartoon with all the mini Skeletors. They have... They can run amok all over the palace. All the mini Skeletors. Let's see. He-Man appears to... the Superman honor code when it comes to villains. Yes. Yes, he definitely does. That's a great Skeletor from that 2-pack. It is a really cool one. Can you try 40th anniversary He-Man armor on the new He-Man body? Sure. Why not? Okay. Let me go ahead. Oop. So you mean this armor here on this body here? Is that what you're asking? So let's go ahead and get this off. Pull off the shield. I wonder if I can get it over the shield. Nope. It ain't gonna happen. Gotta rip his hand off. There we go. Okay. 1, 2. Looks like he's wearing his big brother's shirt a little bit. I mean, it does kind of fit on there. The traps are a little taller than on the 40th anniversary, but it fits, actually. It's a little loose, but not too shabby. Not too shabby. There you go. I gotta change this light. This one's dying too. Wow. Let's see here. A light. Yes, that other He-Man body we got when the first figure was just awful. From the first series, this body's way better. The coloring was awful in that body, and the muscle tone wasn't that spectacular either. Alright, let's put him back to normal. With some heat, you can remold it to... Yes, I'm sure you could with some heat, but I am not planning on doing that because I want it back on this body. Now, it's funny, it's a little tight on this body sometimes, so... Chink. Now you notice I don't have the furry short version. I didn't like the furry shorts. It just bothered me, and the furry boots. But I do like all the metal weapons and the shiny armor, so... I did swap heads, I think, too. All right. All right, well, I got quite the mess here. Let me go and put him aside before he accidentally breaks my tile. Put his armor back on. Armor on! And let's put all these mini Skedators away. It's funny, in that same bin I got a whole bunch of Havoc staffs for all of them too. And we will take him apart and give back his stuff that belongs to the other Keldor. No! I was king for a day. Actually, not even for a day. I was king for 5 minutes. King no more. Okay. It's stuck on the bicep. Oh, that's funny. He's been in the case so long. Look at this. The black has rubbed off from the paint here onto his arm, rubbing over the years. That's crazy. Let's see the two heads and compare them. I thought one was just crowned and uncrowned. Let's take a look here. I guess one is smiling and one is frowning. I'm happy. I'm not. Happy? Not. We'll give the happy crown to him. Oh, you know what? I'm going to put his cape on first, so I'll keep knocking his crown off. Okay. Let's see if we can get this on. Up and over, in the shoulder. Hooray. Time to put your jacket on. Remember when you were a kid and you put your jacket on, your mom would have you hang on to your sleeve of your shirt with your hand so it wouldn't get caught in the jacket? And we rode it forward. There we go. Put the crown on. Whoops, not Wonder Woman style. It goes this way. That's funny. It fit better on the Classics Keldor than it does on him. There we go. It's like his ears are in the way. There we go. Back to normal. And again, the skin tone is not matched, so you really can't do very much swapping. Still doesn't match. So, there we go. All right, let's look at your guys' final comments before I kill the video. My last comment is about Instagram Messenger. Let's see. Yep, I haven't checked out your Instagram completely, I don't think, Eric. Like I mentioned earlier, I wasn't feeling well today, so I spent a lot of time actually sleeping, which is why I'm feeling better now. But let's see, Hollywood Tango. No, Tango? I'm trying to make my own custom King He-Man. Nice. Well, let's see if the crown fits on King He-Man's head. Herp. Oh, a little bit tight, a little bit of stretching. You can get it on there, but it is tight. Tight. Let's see. No, the first one. It definitely won't fit on his big old fat head, but we'll try it and see. Well, you know what? It does. I'm surprised. No way. I thought his head would be way too fat for that. A little bit of hot water, it should fit, but I'm surprised that it actually fits at all on there. Yeah, you probably want to heat it with some hot water and adjust it where you want, but I guess it does kind of fit on there. I probably stretched it all out. It's a little bit looser now, but a little hot water probably shrink it back down. It's not too bad though. All right. Black Phoenix says I'm doing a He-Man custom figure, and I'm watching your old painting videos to figure out what color to paint his skin. Yes, very tough. Definitely. Remember Masterverse body armor. Yes. Let's see. I think he means about... Oh, I think he means the absolute first Masterverse He-Man. Okay, I don't think... Hold on, I might have a spare head somewhere. Let me check my head pile. I don't have the figure, I know that. Let me check my pile of figures and see if I got a head in there. Oh, not that head. Not it. Not it. Not it. What is that? It's not a head, it's a fist. Oh, I think I found one. I think I found one. I found a He-Man head. Just not the body. So let's go ahead and try the crown on there. Should fit. His head's pretty beanie. Wow. Even though his head is beanie, his hair is fat. Yep, again, a little bit of heat. It should probably fit on there. There you go. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. You know what? I want to see this head looks like on Tila. That will look cool. Okay, hold on. Let me find Tila. There she is. There she is. Let's see if she could be Queen Tila. Because I already have a King He-Man Classics. I don't know. Looks kind of weird. It's because of these things in front that I like so much. It really needs to go under her hair and back out on the sides. I mean, I guess we already have a crown-looking Tila here, but... Let's see if Evelyn was to claim power. Evelyn! Oh, it fits really good on her head. Burp, burp. There we go. She can claim power. I have the power! Oh. How about the Beast Man? Yep, his little head is kind of beanie on top. It fits really good on there. Okay, I think I've tried the crown on just about everybody. Let me check your guys' comments and see if there's anybody I might have missed that you wanted me to try it on. Let's see. Here, do you remember the first Masterverse body armor He-Man we got? Oh, Battle. Oh, yes, I don't have his head. Sorry. I don't have his head. I got rid of that figure a long time ago. I couldn't stand that head. Sorry, man. But I could see using that head for the king. Yeah, I doubt it will fit on a vintage He-Man head. It would be. I can't get to my vintage He-Man right now. He's in the corner of the room, and I got boxes in the way from me pulling out the Skeletor box down here. See? Look at all those Skeletors down there. Skeletor! All right. Sorry, I don't have that head. You said first armor, I was thinking Masterverse for not battle armor. Yep, he is long gone. Where did I put that crown? I have a version with their hair slicked back. It'd probably work better, the slick back hair version, than the ones with the hair in front. Oh well. All right, I think that is it. I think I've pretty much covered the gambit. Yep, sorry, don't have that head. Let's see. Maybe the crown would fit better on... Oh, yeah. Let's see. I think I've covered everything. Yep, I think I got all your guys' comments. Oh, I need a crown. Yep. Yep, you know, this shouldn't be that hard to make. In reality, if you were to try to make your own. It'd be kind of a pain, but they got some better crowns too. I've seen with the wrestling figures sometimes have some good crowns. So I went hyper focus on that particular crown. I've seen other crowns that are better from the wrestling figures that may work better for you. All right. And I think that is it, because I think no one else is commenting. So, Kel, thank you again for the figures you've given me. Obviously, I think you've given me quite a few, because you've given me this guy, you've given me this guy here, ha, and you gave me this guy here, ha. So you keep supplying me with figures, man. I appreciate it. It's pretty cool. All right, until next time, you guys. We'll see. What's the verdict on King Keldor? Keeping or slashing? I don't have plans on probably keeping him. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. I'll probably thieve some of his parts at one time. I was thinking about something about this cape right here. I don't know. I had kind of an idea. I may even take all his blue parts off, because in reality, once you pull off his hands, let's take a look here and see if you can get him out of the blue. Out of the blue. So once you pull this off, you got this little spot here. It's still blue. So in reality, except for that little collar spot you have to paint, you could make him anybody you want. You know, just by taking and swapping out that one and changing the color here, and make it any character you want. So there is some good uses of this body to make somebody else, but not sure what my plans are yet. I hate this. You can always tell when the line gets close to the end, because they start making shortcuts like this. They start not having the plastic filled in. See, let me show you. Here, the plastic is completely filled in. And here, they have this bar to save 0.03 cents of plastic. And when you start seeing that, you usually know it's towards the end of the line, and I hate that, because they're starting to cheapen out everywhere they can cut a corner, and it's like, really? You couldn't fill that little bitty gap right there? I noticed it happen with Classics. All of a sudden the head started getting like this, and it's like, oh, and that was the end of the line. And not to be a doomsayer, but whenever I see that in a toy line, that usually is the signature of doom. The signature of doom. Let's take a look here. So here we have He-Man, and here's the head, nice and solid inside. And let's try to find the most current He-Man figure we got from that line. Well, this is hard. It's actually a Turtles figure, so I'm not sure if it's going to count or not. But let's take a look. Oh, look. Hollow. Hollow. You know, again, a sign that it's coming close to the end usually. Let's take a look at the 2000X one. Not hollow. So you can kind of see. Let me try to find one that's not Turtles. You know what? I have a Cyclone to open later, and we'll check it out on Cyclone later to see if he's got hollow or not hollow around it. Oh yeah, a Count Marzo custom. That'd be really cool for Count Marzo. Count Marzo. Great idea. It's like counting the rings on a tree. Yeah, every time a line starts to come to the end, they start cutting wherever they can. It's the smallest little details because they're obviously somewhere they're losing money, and they have to make up that cost, even though it's only 0.33 cents. And I remember, like I said, when it happened to Classics, I didn't know at that time that was the sign, and it wasn't much longer, and then it was over and done. It's like, man. Don't turn into a Todd Knight look. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that usually seems to be pretty common. We'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But I just thought of that when I saw that. I was like, oh, not again. Not again. Nice. All right. Until next time, you guys. I think this is really the end. Good journey. You know what? Let's look at his head. Oh, there it is. There it is. Let's look at the 40th anniversary head. Oh, right under the chin. Right under the chin. It's like, did they really save that much plastic by not filling that one little hole? Oh, here we go. The King Randor. This is not the reissue, is it? No, it's not the reissue. Let's look at the Filmation He-Man. Here we go. Oh, a giant hole. Look at that. Click-a-tat. Oh, no. Oh, no. It's the end. Ah. I hope you are correct. Yep. I hope I am wrong. Hopefully it's just the way they're cutting costs just to make things better. But in reality, it's not making things better. When you start cutting those holes like that, it makes the heads more fragile, and it's just ridiculous. I remember one time I seen this toy. It was so ridiculous. It was Incredible Hulk by Lego for the Avengers. And they had the whole inside of the arm hollow. Just the outside was solid. And it's like, really? You couldn't fill the inside of the arm? Really? 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 Lego, you are so expensive and you can't even fill the inside of the arm. Ridiculous. Anyway. Let's see. The vintage head, the one that came with Ular, works the best on 40th Anniversary He-Man. Nice to know. All right. Mike's called it. Good journey, you guys. I know I've been trailing on for quite a while. So until next time, do like, subscribe, share with your friends. And hopefully I can make some videos throughout the week. We'll see. It's been really hard these past couple weeks. You probably noticed I've been kind of slim on the videos. We got a huge, giant family thing going on, and it has taken a toll. So I'm hoping that I can get back to making some fun videos with you guys. So good night, everybody. Bye now.